listening to Travel Nursing and Allied Life, hosted by TravCon. On our last episode, we talked about what to expect when signing on with a new company. This week, we're bringing you an example of how travel companies like to appreciate their healthcare travelers. We'll also be talking to you about vaccine assignments later in this episode, so stay tuned for that. Now, MedPro is a nurse-led travel company and one of our exhibitors at TravCon this year, and they've created a fun way to recognize and appreciate their own healthcare travelers. And with me today to talk about the MedPro experience is Jessica Wolak, who is a platinum recruiter at MedPro, and Sue LaCkore, a senior MedPro Experience Manager who was part of the team that helped create the MedPro Experience program back in 2016. Jessica and Sue, thanks so much for joining us today.
Thanks for having us. Good to be here.
So I understand that travel companies, they work really hard to let their travelers know that they're appreciated, but you really took this to the next level and formalized a whole program around that. Can you tell us a bit about that, Sue?
We created the MedPro Experience program to celebrate, reward, and surprise our traveling professionals that we call explorers, to let them know that we're thinking about them, that we really appreciate all their hard work and their dedication to their patients.
That's awesome. I love the term explorers because they really are. And what are some examples can you think of that with travelers that you've actually come up with ideas to tailor to them?
We ask each explorer when they begin their first assignment with us to complete something that we call a unique profile. And it has some basic information like their favorite colors, their favorite restaurants, if they have any children or pets, the kind of flowers they like, their hobbies, that kind of thing. And when it comes time for something that we call a magic moment, halfway through each assignment, they are eligible for a magic moment. And we actually surprise them on their first assignment with gifts based on the profile that they complete for us. So if they have a pet, it might be something customized with their pet's name on it. If they have children, it might be the same, something with their child's name on it. We try to make them
so cool,
as personalized as we can for each explorer.
Now, speaking of favorite colors, I love your background that you created, That Purple Company. Is that what you get known as?
Yes, that is how we like to be identified. Most everything we do involves purple in some way.
That's great. And what has been the feedback from travelers when they get surprised mid-assignment or whenever they're getting these surprises? What kind of feedback do you get?
We get tons of feedback. They absolutely love it, especially when it's something customized with their own name or their child's name. We get a lot of thank you emails, phone calls. It's a very, very popular program.
It's smart. It's a real feel-good thing. It goes both ways. It goes, hey, I'm still thinking about you. I haven't forgotten about you. I don't want to bother you because you're busy, but just wanted to let you know I'm thinking about you. That's really cool.
Exactly.
What happens when you've had an assignment or you've had an explorer for several assignments? Does the strategy change?
So we just launched in February a brand new program that we call the Purple Circle. So for their first assignment, it's the normal MedPro experience. They get a welcome gift. They get the magic moment. They get a birthday gift if it falls within their assignment. And we do gifts every other month that we offer to our explorers. The Purple Circle gives that explorer options. They can choose two paths. One is Show Me the Love, which is the regular MedPro Experience program, where they would receive a magic moment and the monthly gifts. The Show Me the Money is they won't receive any of those gifts during their assignment. They can choose a gift card of their choosing at the end of the assignment for $150. So a lot of the people just like that. They don't like to receive surprises. They're just happy with getting a nice gift card at the end, whereas other explorers like to be surprised over and over again. I've done magic moments for people 6-7 times or more sometimes that they just like to come home to a nice surprise on their doorstep.
That's brilliant because all travelers, all explorers are so different. And there really are those that really want either, hey, I need to get paid off debts. I have a focus. I have a real goal here. And that money really helps. And then there's those that say, hey, I'm in this for the experience. I'm in this for the enjoyment. So that's really cool that they can choose.
Yep. Yeah.
Fantastic.
Like I said, we just launched this program, so we don't even have a whole lot of feedback on it yet. From what I've seen so far, the majority are choosing to show me the money path for their assignments. It's probably 3 to 1 that I've seen. So like we said, it gives them options, which is a great thing for anybody.
That's excellent. And this has been going since 2016. So you're already 5 years into this program. It's pretty established.
Yes, we actually launched in October of 2016. We began working on the program towards the beginning of 2016. The program was created from scratch by a team of 3 of us. I was part of that team. We had a lot of fun. In addition to the Explorer part of the MedPro Experience, we also do a customer service training in the office to provide the same level of customer service regardless of who an Explorer talks to. So everybody in the company goes through, when they begin with us, goes through what we call the guiding compass, which is our in-house customer service training.
That's excellent. I know as a traveler, doing a lot of different assignments, and then you go with different companies, you don't realize how much thought gets put in behind the scenes, how much thought goes into sort of supporting the traveler and making it a full experience for them. So thank you so much for thinking about us. That's great.
Yeah, it's a wonderful job to be able to reward people that are, really literally on the front lines, taking care of.
Yeah, it certainly has been. Our motto this year for the conference is celebrate the traveler, because they've really towed the line this year. It's been quite the year. Yes. So thank you for that. Jessica, I wanted to touch on, you mentioned when we were talking earlier that there are such things as vaccine assignments now, which is really exciting because there's a lot of travelers that are saying, hey, I want to try something different, or I want to try something a little bit away from the bedside, or something fun. And to me, a vaccine assignment sounds like a lot of fun. Do you see some come across your desk?
Yeah, so a lot of them vary, but for the most part, they are administering the vaccination, as you can imagine. And what they're doing is, well, to start, what they were doing was traveling to different long-term care facilities, nursing homes, things of that nature. And those are what we would call the mobile vaccination assignments. Since then, we've brought in, along with the state of Florida, and as I'm sure you know, there's now the more standstill locations, for example, Hard Rock Stadium. They've turned into a hybrid site where they're doing testing site and vaccination. So we've helped fulfill the staffing need there as well and place some nurses there. Marlins Park is another example. They also have vaccination available there as well. So yeah, it's been very exciting. In regards to duration, it varies. I mean, typically the initial duration could be a few weeks, but so long as there is a need, then they're going to just keep extending them on.
Mm-hmm. So it's not a typical 13-week assignment. It could be a 4, 6, 8, 10 week. It could be really fluid.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. Some nurses start out there 2 weeks, and then next thing we know, a few months later, they're still there, going strong.
And do you find they're typically 8 or 12-hour shifts or 10s?
That also varies. Some of the locations are 8-hour days, Monday to Friday. Some locations are 12-hour days, 7 days a week.
Okay, so it covers all of them. Yeah. Do these typically stay in one state when they're mobile? They're within one state, correct?
Yeah, so from what we've seen and what we've staffed, it's within the state of Florida, and it's even more specific to certain counties.
Okay.
So we'll have vaccine mobile missions within Broward County, Miami-Dade, even over in the Tampa area, like Pasco County. So really just varies beyond, just different counties in general within Florida.
And do you see more states coming into this, or do they go, I guess I want to know if it goes beyond Florida?
It does, yeah. We're prominently staffing those within Florida, but we possibly will be broadening to other states as a company.
I know that I volunteered at the local vaccine clinic here in San Francisco area, and it was just fascinating to be a part of it. It was super well organized. A range of doctors, nurses, medics, retired surgeons, retired neurosurgeons sitting right next to you. It's really cool. And everybody was super excited to get the vaccine, but everybody was spaced well apart. Things that were well organized for lineups. Nobody was crowded, anything like that. People had time to sit afterwards for 15 or 30 minutes. You had observers watching that. So you had different spots. Some days you would be doing vaccines. Other days you would be doing monitoring or line control or things like that. It's a really neat environment to be a part of because you're almost in community nursing in a way. And they're the walking well and they're excited and happy. It was a fun experience to be able to do that. And I could happily do that for 6, 8, 10 weeks.
Right. Yeah, I can imagine. So it's definitely very exciting to just even be a part of.
Absolutely. Where can travelers and explorers contact you if they want to find out more about vaccine assignments or just regular assignments in general?
Yeah, they can just reach out to MedPro in general. There's several recruiters here, happy to help, myself included. We can give some more information and talk about all the options.
Great. And your website?
MedProStaffing.com.
MedProStaffing.com. Good. And we'll put all of those contacts in the notes as well for anybody who wants to follow up. Jessica or Sue, do you have any tips that you could pass on to a traveler that you find might help them in their career, either finding an assignment, carrying through an assignment? Is there something you'd like to share at all with the travelers?
I can speak to that. I would say, don't be afraid to just say what you want. If you have a checklist of things you want in an assignment, let us know. It's our job to fulfill that for you and just get you the best assignment possible. So
be specific, be clear, let them know what you want. And if it comes through, great.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep.
That's perfect. Thank you so much, guys, for joining us on the Travel Nursing and Allied podcast. We look forward to seeing you at TravCon this year. We're super excited. It really looks like everything's going to be opening up. We have a much bigger venue at the Paris this year, so we're excited about that. And no doubt you're already planning some excitement at your booth.
For sure.
Absolutely.
And there'll be purple involved.
Yes. So they need to look for that purple company.
For sure.
Yeah.
Very cool. Thanks for listening to Travel Nursing and Allied Life. You can find the full show notes below or at travcon.org. Please help us out by rating our podcast on iTunes or wherever you get your podcasts.